Good day, panelists. I'm Brianna Fenya, and we are going to discuss our presentation about the web-based point-of-sale system of Holiday Cafe and Souvenir Shop.
Good day, panelists. My name is Nina Rica Montejo, and my topic is the background of the study. Holiday Cafe and Souvenir Shop is a medium-sized company in the Philippines, born as a dream of its owner who loves enjoying holidays. Holiday Cafe and Souvenir Shop has currently 500 baristas, pastry chefs and cooks, 500 cashier and other crews, 150 stores managers distributed to the 25 branches, and an estimated of 300 head office workers, including an IT department. Holiday Cafe offers a staple and seasonal foods and drinks from its customer, whether dine-in or takeout. And it also sells souvenirs decorations depending on holiday being celebrated. Holiday Cafe and souvenir shops operate from Monday to Sunday from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, including all holidays in all branches. The smallest branch is in Lokban, Quezon, which can accommodate 150 dining customers at one sitting, while the largest branch in Cainta, Rizal can handle 335 dine-in customers at one instance. The company aims to provide a memorable, cost-effective, and festive experience for customers and their loved ones during each visit.
Here are the specific problems of the Holiday Cafe and Souvenir Shop. The first one is, how can the system minimize errors in taking customers' order? Number two, how can the system ensure the efficiency of point of sales operations in terms of calculating customers' order? And then number three, how can the systems avoid unauthorized access to confidential data such as transactions, record, and prevent data loss? So for the statement of the problem, the study aims to develop a point of sale system for holiday cafe and souvenir shop that will improve the company's performance and faster order taking process. Also solves the company's problem about frequent errors and operational costs due to the manual process of taking of orders. The primary goal of the study is to create a point of sale system that streamlines the process of ordering transactions. The system is designed to expedite the ordering process for the convenient to place and process orders and efficient workflows. The POS systems aims to enhance the overall speed and efficiency of transactions within the business, prevent error in transaction calculation. Another objective of the study is to ensure accurate transactions by calculations within the point of sale system. By automating the calculation process, the system helps prevent errors that may occur during the manual calculation, such as incorrect pricing or tax calculation. Number three is to reduce manual labor costs. The study aims to implement a point-of-sale system that reduces the reliance on manual labor for handling transactions. The number three in objectives is enhance data security. The third objective pertains to strengthening the data security measures within the system, particularly concerning with the shop transaction history. The system will store transaction on a single desktop and access its data to be restricted to authorized personnel, specifically the manager and the owner. The specific objectives in the study outline and focus on the development of a system for a shop or business. Number one is develop a system for order confirmation. These objectives involve creating a feature with a system that displays order confirmation screen to users and used to be able to review and verify the selected items or services before finalizing the order. Number two is implement automated calculation algorithms. This objective focuses on integrating automated calculation algorithms into the system. By automating this, speed up the system can ensure accuracy, speed up transaction, and reduce errors.
Good day, panelists. My name is Juliana Pedro Rivas. So, my topic is scope and limitation. So, scope and limitation, the following are the scope and limitation of the study. The scope will determine the capabilities of the system, while limitation are the one that the system cannot do. So, the scope of the study, this study focuses on developing a point of sale system. The primary needs for the system include a touchscreen and monitor. This system will allow customers to place order and make payments conveniently and efficiently. So the first one, login module. Login module is a portal module that allows users to type a username and password to log in. So, the number two, product module. It is a summary of the item and services that the company offers. The admin can edit the products, including the items sold out. In the other hand, cashier can only view and select the manage the orders. So number three, ordering module. It is the process for receiving, following up on, and completing customer's order. This is also the portal where customer can see the chosen product that they have added to cart. It can also be seen here how much price or amount will be paid in the total. Number 4, sales prediction. This module will leverage historical sales data, seasonal patterns, and customer behavior to provide insight for making data-driven decisions, ultimately providing efficiency and profitability. Number 5, payment module, a collection of payment methods known as the payment module is regularly developed and made available by third parties. Additionally, customers can select their preferred payment method on the web, such as direct, cash payment, or electronic payment. Customers who are PWs or senior citizens can also receive discount when a consumer scans a QR code to make a purchase. They can also make a payment using GCash or another payment option. Its account module administrators have the highest level of access to an account. Only the admin can add and delete the account of a user to be able to log in the system. The admin knows this is the new company staff can have access. 7. Sales Report Module. A sales report is an overview of sales information that provides insight and analysis into a company's business operation concerning improvement suggestions. It displays the daily, monthly, and annual sales. Also, it includes the discount history of sales. Number 8, Audit Trial Module. It is a chronological record that enables the source of accounting, trade information, or other financial data to be determined and any changes performed within the system. 9. Dashboard Module. This is the portal where the admin can see the latest transaction of the company, and for the cashier, the POS UI will display. Number 10, Sale Record Module. This module provides a detailed account of individual sales transaction, including the product or services sold, date of the sale, and discount history. Number 11, Best-Selling Module. This module provides an overview of the best-selling product, display in the cashier user interface, and has the best suggestion of the customer. So for the limitation of the study, number 1, no mobile app available. So, the system might be difficult for enterprises to offer this experience without a mobile app. Number two, offline functionality. The system may heavily rely on internet connectivity, limiting its usability in areas with poor or unreliable internet access. Customization for different businesses. The system may not be easily customizable for businesses with unique workflows or requirements, potentially limiting its suitability for diverse industry or specialized needs.
Good day, panelists. I'm Jay Villanueva. The proponent chooses waterfall model system development process model to illustrate the framework of developing system. The waterfall emphasized that the logical progression of step tracking throughout the SDLC. Much like cascading step downs every phases the waterfalls. The methodologies used by researchers for conducting and developing this study is web-based point-of-sale system of holiday and copy souvenir shop. The following discusses the phases involved in the model. Number 1 is planning. In this phase, the researchers are required to fully understand the problem of the study, its possible solution, and how the project will address them, and provide tools for development. All possible requirements of the system to be developed are captured in the space and document a requirement specification document system design. The requirement specification from the first phase are studied in the space the system is designed is prepared. Number 2, requirements analysis. Understanding what needs to be designed as well as its function, purpose, and other details is a part of the step. The input and output of specifications as well as the final product specifications are examined and noted here. The goal of this project is identify requirements that must be met before the system can be used. Number 3, system design. In design phase, the researchers gather some ideas from the beneficiaries to come with a better output with regard the outcomes of the purpose of the system.
Good day, panelists. My name is Kenji Villamor and I will be discussing the remaining methodologies. Coding phase. In this phase, the system function was coded by the knowledge of the researchers to make the proposed system work. Researchers will use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in developing the system where the function of the proposed system is built and coded. Testing phase. The testing phase of the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, is very focused on investigation and discovery. During the testing phase, the proponents find out whether their code works according to the requirements. Implementation phase. The researchers implements the process, design, and develop a point of sales. The proposed system will be integrated into its environment and eventually installed. After passing this stage, the software is theoretically ready and may be provided to any end users. Maintenance phase. After installation, this process entails making changes to the system or a single component to change characteristics or improve performance. These changes occur as a result of changes requested by the recipient or flaws discovered while the system is in operation. The produced software was regularly maintained and supported during this era.
Good day, panelists. My name is John Jericho Alberto, and my topic is System Design Specification. The flowchart diagram appears to be a basic illustration of a point-of-sale system. A point-of-sale system is the technology that allows a business to track sales and process customer transactions. The diagram shows three main parts of POS system. First is the admin. This represents the administrator of the system, who is responsible for maintaining the system and setting it up. Second is the point-of-sale system. This is the central hub of the system where all data is stored and processed. And the last one is the customers. These are the people who are buying goods or service from the business. The diagram also shows two main functions of a point-of-sale system. Process order. This is where the system takes customer order and calculates the total amount due. Place order. This is where the customer enters their order into the system. In a real-world scenario, a point-of-sale system would typically include a number of other features, such as inventory management, customer relationship management, and reporting. But this is a very basic illustration that captures the core functionality of a point-of-sale system. The next flowchart diagram depicts a customer order process. It shows how information flows through the system from the customer placing an order to the shipment of product. Here's the breakdown of connections. Customer. The customer initiates the process by placing an order. The order details flow to manage customer order. Manage customer order. This process manages the customer order. It receives information from the customer, interacts with product list, order details, shipment info, and generates sales reports. Next is the product list. This data store contains information about the products offered by the store. It provides information to manage customer order and selection of product. Next is the selection of product. This process allows the customer to select a product. It receives information from product list and most likely interact with the user interface to display the products. Next is the order details. This data store holds information about the customer's order. It receives information from the managed customer order and provides information to view product. Next is the view product. This process allows the customer to view the product details. It receives information from order details and most likely interact with the user interface to display product information. Next is the product details. This data store contains information about the products. It most likely provides information to update product. Next is the update product. This process allows updating product information. It receives information from the product details and the most likely interact with the user interface to allow modifications. Next is the admin. This external entity interacts with the system, possibly to add new products or update product information. It most likely interacts with the managed product. Next is the shipment info. This data store information about the shipment process. It interacts with the managed customer order. Next is the payment and deliveries. This external entity most likely interacts with the managed customer order to receive the order details and process the payment and delivery. And the last is the sales report. This data store is likely used to generate reports on sales activity. It receives information from the managed customer order. Overall, the flowchart diagram provides a high-level view of customer order process. It shows how different parts of the system interact with each other to fulfill a customer order.
This topic is about Slovin's formula, which is used to determine the sample size needed in a survey research. It considers the population size and the margin of error to arrive at the sample that accurately represents the entire population. The formula itself is n equals to n slash 1 plus ne, where n is equals to sample size and capital N is equal to population size, E equals to margin error. The text says that the study for the study being described, a margin of error of 0.05 was used, which corresponds to a 95% confidence level. With that value, the researchers can determine the appropriate sample size given the population size. This topic is about the weighted mean, a statistical tool used to determine the average outcome where each possibly has different weight or significance. In simpler terms, it considers the importance of each data point when calculating the average, unlike the regular mean where all values are treated equally. Weighted mean gives more weight to the more significant values. This topic is about about the standard deviation. It is a measure of how the spread out the data points are from the average value. A low standard deviation indicates that the data points are clustered close to the mean. A high standard deviation indicates that the data points are spread out over a wider range. This topic is about a Likert scale, which is a type of rating scale used in a survey to measure people's opinion or attitudes on a topic. It typically uses a series of 5 or 7 answer choices, ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. The scale helps researchers quantify the data and analyze the level of agreement or disagreement of a particular statement.
Good day, panelists. I am Eliza Serral Director, and now I am going to discuss the t-test. So, the researchers use the t-test to determine if there is a significant difference between the mean of IT experts and the target users. So, the purpose of the t-test is to assess whether the means of two groups are statistically different from each other based on the assumption that the data follows. So the test result of the study will be discussed furtherly by the researchers after a few more slides.
Discussion of result and findings. The use case analysis. The use case diagram is a graphic representation of the interactions among the elements of online ordering system. It represents the methodology used in system analysis to identify, clarify, and organize the system. The system requirements of online ordering system of holiday cafe and souvenir shop. The system has three main users, which are admin, cashier, and customer. They perform different of use case such as manage. Discussion of result and findings. The tables A shows the mean and the standard deviation of responses from the performance. Weighted mean 4.27, standard deviation 0.59. Interpretation very good. Discussion of result and findings. The tables 8 shows the means and standard deviation of responses from performance efficiency questionnaire. The mean ratings from 4.50 to 5, the highest interval range, and 1.49, the lowest interval range. The efficiency got overall weighted mean of 4.47 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the efficiency of the system from user is very good. And for tables 9, shows the mean and standard deviation of responses from usability questionnaire. The mean ratings from 4.5 to 5, the highest interval range, and 1.49, the lowest interval range. The usability got overall weighted mean of 4.35 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the usability of the system from expert is very good. The tables 10 shows the mean and standard deviations of responses from this usability questionnaire. The usability got an overall weighted mean of 4.49 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the usability of the system from user is very good. The tables 11 shows the mean standard deviation of responses from reliability questionnaire. The ratings from 4.50 to 5, the highest interval range, and the 1 and 1.49, the lowest interval range. From the reliability, got an overall weighted mean of 4.40 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the reliability of the system from expert is very good. The tables 12 shows the mean and standard deviations of responses from the reliability questionnaire. The reliability got an overall weighted mean of 4.51 with the verbal interpretation excellent, which means the reliability of the system users is excellent. The tables 13 shows the mean and standard deviations of responses from the security questionnaire. The security got an overall weighted mean of 4.40 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the security of the system from expert is very good. The tables 14 shows the mean and standard deviation of responses from the security questionnaire. The security got an overall weighted mean of 4.41 with the verbal interpretations very good, which means the security of the system from the user is very good.
So here is the t-test result of the study. So in terms of the functional suitability assessment on IT experts, the grand mean is 4.35, the standard deviation is 0.60, and the verbal interpretation is excellent. On the target users, the grand mean is 4.48, standard deviation is 0.55, with the verbal interpretation of very good. So the t-test value of the functional suitability is 0.16. While on the performance efficiency, on IT expert, the grand mean is 4.37, the standard deviation is 0.63, verbal interpretation is very good. And on the target users, the grand mean is 4.47, standard deviation is 0.58 with the verbal interpretation of very good, and the t-test value is 0.35. Next, on usability, the grand mean on IT expert is 4.39, standard deviation is 0.68, and the verbal interpretation is very good. And on the target users, the grand mean is 4.49, standard deviation is 0.60, and the verbal interpretation is very good. And the t-test value is 0.31. Next, on the reliability, on the IT experts, the grand mean is 4.40, the standard deviation is 0.72, and the verbal interpretation is very good. The target users, the grand mean is 4.51, the standard deviation is 0.64, and the verbal interpretation is excellent, and it has a t-test value of 0.34. Lastly, on security, on IT experts, the grand mean is 4.40, standard deviation is 0.72 with the verbal interpretation of very good. And on the target users, the grand mean is 4.41, standard deviation is 0.72, and the verbal interpretation is very good. And the t-test value is 0.91.
The table showing the hardware cost involved in creating and running a web-based point-of-sale system. In this particular case, the total cost is 34,500. This includes a desktop computer at 30,000 and a router at 4,500. This table is a cost-benefit analysis for a web-based point-of-sale system. The table shows the combined anticipated earnings of both the project manager and the developer, which is 145,500. This table shows the total payment amount that quality assurance personnel will receive for the software testing of the web-based point-of-sale system. The total cost is 145,000.
The deployment cost table shows the total cost of training and setting up users for a web-based point-of-sale system. The total cost is listed as 20,000 pesos. The maintenance support table shows overall cost for training end users on a web-based point-of-sale system. It includes both the initial setup and migration cost. The total cost listed in the table is 20,000 pesos.
This table is a breakdown of the total cost and investment associated with a web-based point-of-sale system for holiday cafe and souvenir shop. And here's a quick breakdown of the three main cost categories. The hardware includes the cost of equipment needed to run the system, such as the computers. In this case, it is 34,500 pesos for 2 units. Salaries cover the cost of personnel involved in the implementation of the system, possibly including project managers and developers. The table lists a total cost of 145,000 pesos for one person, while the other cost includes costs associated with training, deployment, and maintenance, and also the quality assurance or the QA testing. So the table shows a total cost of 60,000 pesos for the other cost, and overall the total cost is 239,500 pesos. The next table shows the benefits that the system can provide. First, the competitive advantage. It has the amount of 9,580 pesos and the percentage value of 4%. Enhanced customer experience with the amount of 9,580 pesos and percentage value of 4%. Increase in efficiency or correctness of data. It has the amount of 7,185 pesos and a percentage value of 3%. Increase in productivity with the amount of 7,185 pesos and percentage value of 3%. Increase in sales with the amount of 9,580 pesos and percentage of 4%. Labor savings at 15,750 pesos per month, and it has the amount of 189,000 pesos. Potential market share gains with the amount of 7,185 pesos and percentage value of 3%. Last is the user acceptance with the amount of 7,185 pesos and percentage value of 3%. Therefore, the total amount of benefits that the system can provide is 246,480 pesos. The next table is a cost-benefit ratio analysis for web-based point-of-sale system. It shows that the project is economically viable based on the cost-benefit ratio analysis of 1.03. And here's a breakdown of the analysis. The total amount of benefit is 234,156. This represents the net present value of the benefits, considering a discount rate or hurdle rate of 5%. The total amount of cost is 227,525. This also represents the net present value of the costs, also considering the same discount rate. Then next, the cost-benefit ratio. So when the ratio is greater than 1, it indicates that the benefits outweigh the cost and the project is likely to generate positive economic value. So in this case, the cost-benefit ratio is 1.03. Therefore, it indicates that the project is likely to generate positive economic value. The next table is based on the payback period analysis for a web-based point-of-sale system. It shows that the investment will recover its cost in 1 year. The payback period is a metric used in cost-benefit analysis to assess how long it takes to recoup the initial investment. In this case, the text says that it will take approximately 1 year to recover the initial investment cost through the cash flows generated by the investment. The analysis suggests that this is a relatively quick payback period, making the web-based point-of-sale system an attractive investment. So the next table is a cost-benefit analysis for a web-based point-of-sale system. So the table shows that the benefits outweigh the cost over a 1 year period And here's a quick summary. The total benefit is listed as 246,480 pesos, and this includes potential gains from increased sales, labor savings, and improved customer experience. The total cost is listed as 239,500 pesos, and this includes the cost of hardware, salaries for developers and project managers, and other expenses like the training and quality assurance testing. And on the return on investment, the ROI is 3%, and this indicates that for every 1 peso invested, the system is expected to generate a return of 0.03 pesos. Overall, the analysis suggests that the web-based point-of-sale system is a good investment.
In conclusion to our proposed system, this system solved the various issues related to holiday cafe and souvenir shops, has put this strategy into place. Based on the application, it can be concluded that orders that place are eased by the system, and in the program, orders can be received and data can be modified. It also assists the administrator in managing the entire websites. Based on the survey data, the evaluation findings indicated that all the system's capabilities were helpful in organizing the orders of the customers in Holiday Cafe and Souvenir Shop. So let's go for recommendation. The researchers also gathered various recommendations and data throughout the system examination. Responses from the survey, the system can be uploaded and improved in the future by implementing these suggestions. Number one recommendation is implement chatbots in the online ordering system. The chatbots in ordering system can assist the customer throughout the ordering process. Number two in recommendation is enhance user interface with interface features. Number three in recommendation is monitor login attempts and flag suspicious activities. Lastly, in recommendation, it recommends that it should have ensure stable internet connection for web-based system.